Few changes I've made to the little car. One, I've turned the battery tray around. We've added some spacers to the shocks. Also, we flipped the front bumper over to give it more ground clearance, and also took the bumper completely out. It seems to hang up on everything he hits. On the shock, use this little clear vinyl. Cut about 1/8 of an inch. Then clip it. Pull the shock spring down, and there's also a little retaining washer. Pull it down, and with the little split, just slip it over. Fit, push it up, and that's going to give you a little more spring rate. Going to help you out just a little bit. By turning the tray around, that should put more forward weight. Flipping this over and removing the bumper, it shouldn't hang up as much. Also, we added a little magnet. That should do away with using the pins. And then the other part is the wheels. You go to your hardware store. It's a 10mm washer. Super glue 2 of them together, and they just drop into the C10 wheels. Now they're going to need some type of glue to help hold it in. I'm just going to use shoe glue. Now for the Deadbolt, it still works. You just have to drill out the hole. And you push it in, and you really don't need no glue. It almost snaps in. As far as weight, the C10 comes in at about 9 grams. The washers, another 7 grams. Bringing it total to about 17 grams, which will help the truck hold the track a little better. As far as your tires go, a little bit of WD-40. If you will apply it to the tread of the tire, it will soak into it, and it will soften it up just a bit. You're not looking for much grip. Now if you're running on dirt, mud, it's not going to help you, but if you're running on an indoor track that's foam, it doesn't have mud, this will give you a little more grip. It will soften it up. If you're running on rocks, a dry course, it's going to help out. And you're just going to have to let it sit dry. And once it soaks in, it will soften it up just a little bit, giving you a little more bite. There's other chemicals that work, but I figured this would be the safest for everybody to use. But that's all you want to do, just put a little coat on it. Try not to get it in your bead. Just keep it up on the tread of the tire where you're looking to get a little more grip. And if the temperature is warm enough, this stuff will dry pretty quick. It's just WD-40. But I'll tell you, these little trucks, I enjoy them a pretty good bit. They're fairly fun. After WD-40 has dried, you can start to feel a little more grip to the tire versus the non-prepped. And you can do it a few more times, not gonna hurt. And this will gradually soften the rubber. And it's not a harsh chemical like we used to use on the go-karts. And hopefully this weekend, me and Mr. Dillon will get out there and try them out, see how they work. Some people were putting grease inside the shocks, but I tried one. Yeah, it slows it down a little bit, kind of sticky compared to no grease. Do plan on adding some weights. I'm just gonna get the glue on weights you can get and just stick them, just add it to it. Probably not to the rear, but definitely I want to add some to the front, give him a little more weight, a little more bite, help him out. Now the battery tray, now this one I didn't use the thing, I just put a piece of sheet metal on it, glued it, magnet. Doesn't work as good as this little one. That little magnet, it's got some stuff to it. But here we go. Just remove your 4 screws. Once the screws are out of the tray, it'll just pop out, and all you're doing is spinning it around. Now these leads for the motor is going to be in the way, so just lift them up, set them to the side. You're going to split these and go in like so. Now this is going to be in the way of the motor. Just cut it off. And start putting it back together. Okay, now that that's done, you can see how it moves it forward quite a bit. And you could also put a piece of foam in the back, that way it won't slide back. Now try not to glue your battery. I'm gonna put a little bit of this Gorilla Glue and hopefully stick this hose, and that should keep the battery from sliding back, keeping your weight forward. Some guys are moving the receiver to back here and the battery up to here. Have to add extensions to the plug-ins, but not a big deal. Also on this truck, you can take these two screws out here, and you can slide this front bumper in. Now I'm widening up the track of it just a little bit. I'm using the B, which is a seal. It's a 5/32 ID, 9/32 OD. Could use washers, but I don't have any that small, so this is what I've got. This is what I'm going to use. Alright, let's see if it'll climb this. Yeah. I don't know if you can tell, but that's pretty steep. I know it's styrofoam, but she's definitely climbing. I know if I tried to turn it, but you get the point. Alright, now let's try the deadbolt.